In all of the buildings and everything, these huge meshes. If this were steel, I could probably not pick it up.
Too heavy.
That's the difference.
That's fastened together, is it?
That's the difference. It's just like the robot. We want to do things that are much better than what 99.9% of everyone in the construction industry is doing. If you build something using this, first of all, no rust, no corrosion, which means you don't have to worry about your walls breaking apart in the next 20, 30 years. As soon as it starts rusting, corroding, the steel actually starts falling apart and the concrete explodes, which makes the structural integrity of your building go to zero. And that's the reason. I mean, I was speaking at a conference and I can't mention any companies or names, but someone who said to me something about geopolymer or whatever, and basalt, and I said, and he was from a big cement company, and really big cement company, and I said, why is it you guys build houses out of concrete today that's worse than it was 1,000 years ago? Because the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans built houses that last for thousands of years, and today we're building houses that last for maybe 80. But that's not even the big question. Why do you put steel and iron in there to be 100% sure that your house is going to fall apart? I mean, it's like I need to put a bomb in your house after I've given you substandard material just to be 100% sure that things falling apart. If you're using this and using like a geopolymer or a different type of concrete, then you're looking at building houses, and this is our goal, that will last over 1,000 years, which is a huge difference. Imagine if the next 10 generations of your family owned a house and they didn't have to change anything. How much more money comes into the family? So it's a generation thing. It's really a big change. And it's also, if we build a house out of this and concrete or this and geopolymer, when we're finished with it, if you ever want to renovate it, you notice I'm holding this the whole time, right? I couldn't even pick it up if it was steel. Actually, my arms are getting a little bit tired, but it's really not heavy at all. If you were to build this and concrete or this and geopolymer, when you wanted to renovate the house or tear it down, you could grind it up and reuse 100% with no filtering. Tell that to anybody in the construction industry, and they'll say you're completely and totally full of it. That's totally impossible, because they don't know about this. Most of them don't know about this. But when you see it, when you actually go online and Google it, you'll realize this is true. You really can do that. So if we're talking about being able to recycle the house 100% with no filtering, with no having to take different parts out. Okay, the metal parts, if you have pipes and everything, you have to rip them out first. But and the cables probably. But other than that, you can completely reuse everything in the house. It's a completely different world. Recycling 100%, we're up to 95% more environmentally friendly than concrete. The houses that we build can last over 1,000 years. They can be waterproof. They can be mostly hurricane-proof, earthquake-proof, and everything. It's a completely different world. But we're still talking about houses that cost the same amount or maybe even less. So why aren't we doing it? We should be. I'll pass this around. You just have to, you can't really pass it much around. You just have to come up here. But if you pick it up, you'll see it weighs absolutely nothing. I mean, it will blow you away.